After finishing our Northern Tier bicycle tour across the U.S., Kenzie and I decided to move down south to northwest Arkansas, seeking out careers in the local parks department and art industry. The original plan was to work for around 5 years before tackling another adventure. However, our careers did not pan out as we'd imagined, and we ultimately decided to move back home to Kansas. Before doing so, though, we decided we couldn't not take advantage of the time off between jobs, and why not tackle yet another tour, this time pushing our comfort zone a little more. So we began planning a tour that would combine time with family friends in Portugal, while also taking us through some of the locations that had captured our imagination the most. And so we settled on a route from Lisbon, Portugal, through Spain, France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, eventually ending in Amsterdam. The route would combine multiple Eurovelo routes, which are essentially Europe's public version of Adventure Cycling Association routes. To make matters even more exciting, we'd successfully managed to convince our best friend Jack to join us for the incredible journey beginning on March 18th. After landing in Lisbon, Portugal, the three of us spent the next week with some local family friends exploring the area whilst also getting our bikes ready for the tour. Our friend Miago was kind enough to let us stay in her beautiful home within downtown Sintra, where we slowly prepped our bicycles and gear for the next couple of months. At this time in mid-March, Portugal was at the end of their rainy season, and it became quite apparent that we'd be getting thoroughly soaked throughout the end of March. However, we tried not to let it dampen our spirits as March 18th approached.
On our way to Amsterdam. It's a pretty busy road we're starting on. We thought we'd beat the traffic, but we definitely didn't. Made it to the ocean. From Sintra, we're now in Lisbon and getting started on the bike trail finally.
I'll watch the bike. Lisbon not only made for a great starting place because of our family there, but also because it's almost directly east of where our last tour ended in New York City. This would thereby make it a geographically logical spot to continue our around-the-world bicycle journey.
So navigating the city of Lisbon along the coastal bike trail has been a little bit more difficult than we'd anticipated. A little chaotic and everyone's a little stressed, but kind of breaking out into the open here on the east side of town. Hopefully it stays a little easier and less stressful. Made it to San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge.
Problems, I'm just dropping the bike, dropping my phone. And it was a nuisance, but gorgeous.
This boardwalk we're riding on right now, it's been going on for about 4 miles, and I just can't believe how long it is. I mean, I built a little tiny boardwalk in Bentonville with the Parks Department, and it took us a week, and it was like 40 yards long. This thing's just endless and huge, and above a marsh. It had to take a large crew at least over a year, and it's something. I don't know if they have an automated machine. That's probably not worth it.
So it's just maybe something.
Oh yeah. Almost to the train station where we're gonna take a train to Rita's house, who we've been staying at intermittently. And we're gonna wait out a rainy day tomorrow, probably. We're supposed to get 4 inches of rain, and that's not something I wanna bike in. But we'll take the train back to that place and then take it back here after the bulk of the rain has passed.
Is that going in?
Crossing the river Taju. Finally on a good road here that we can relax on and not worry about traffic. Leaving the river floodplain of the river Teju. And we're gonna leave it here in a moment, follow another river up and out of Portugal into Spain. So we've got a little bit of a predicament here. We keep on getting warned by folks that there's a flood. People are just yelling at us in Portuguese, we didn't understand. Then one person actually drove to find us and tell us that the road is flooded. However, he recommended we turn around, but there's really no other way besides a busy highway. So we're gonna hope for the best, that we can maybe walk across it carrying our bikes or something like that. We've been cycling around storm damage all day. Last night the winds, how fast were the winds? Like 60 miles an hour? 60 miles an hour and dumping rain. So there's just downed debris everywhere, and apparently there's a flood. We'll see. Here we are at the flood. Road's here. And no end in sight. Hopefully not too deep. So far it's not so deep. Just about like that. But the guy just came out of it in a truck and said it's about 1 kilometer long. All right, we made it to the other side. Probably not quite a kilometer long, but cork trees on the right here. Entering Coruche, which we might stay at. We haven't decided yet. From the town of Coruche, our route meandered through cork oak and pine forest within the greater Soraya River Valley, eventually leading us to the quaint town of Cusaux, where we ended our day with a €50 hotel. Though we got a mild amount of rain on the way, it was nothing compared to the quantity of rain that would fall over the next couple days through Portugal. Needless to say, we were thankful for an easy place to rest for the night as we eased our way into a part of Europe with limited camping options. Though stealth camping would become a regular occurrence later in the trip, in the earlier days we still weren't completely comfortable with the idea of stealth camping in a foreign country. This was our hotel room for the night. It was really quite amazing for about 50 euros. But the best part is that out this window, it's a little pigeon, or a dove, I mean. Getting ready to start the day. It's raining pretty bad, and we're kind of waiting under this awning, but hoping it'll clear up, then we'll hit the road and get rained on there.
Once the heavy afternoon rains rolled in, it did not take long before we'd become thoroughly soaked and a bit cold. The many flooded creeks we passed while meandering through the diverse watersheds validated our efforts amidst an unseasonably rainy day. Thankfully, we found ourselves a wonderful eco-centric campground called Ballad and Ballad, where we would wait out the afternoon showers and pitch our tents for the rainy night ahead.
Currently sheltering in the bathroom. But dang, where's the rainbow? And clocking now. Just waited till about 6:30 to set up the tents when the rain finally let up. It's supposed to not start again until about 8 a.m., 7 a.m., something like that. Another big old slug. Put your hand down there. Just hit 1,000 feet on the Garmin, so that's a marker worth noting. I think the high point of this whole trip will be about 5,000. €3.
We were blessed by a very strong tailwind on our last day in Portugal and managed to cruise 58 miles through the towns of Arcos, Lisbon, and Elvas before finally reaching Badajoz, Spain. Thankfully, we found ourselves another inexpensive hotel in the city, granting us the wonderful opportunity to explore our first Spanish city, Badajoz.
6 kilometers to Spain. So close. We're about to get hit real hard by this dark cloud. Unless we outrun it, but it's unlikely. Crossing the river Saria and entering España, aka Spain.
We ended our 58-mile day in downtown Badajoz, Spain, in another cheap hotel. After exploring the city, we began getting ready for our first few days on the Camino de Santiago Via de la Plata route. Though we still did not know exactly what to expect, we were certain the road ahead would be much rougher, the terrain much more hilly, but the resources more plentiful.